Hi, I'm Helen, and this is the story of Stone Soup. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, stories begun. Once upon a time, there was an old lady who insisted upon having adventures, sometimes 2, in 1 week. Now one day, she woke up and decided to go for a long walk. She walked all day long, through fields and woods and beside streams, until, just as the sun was setting, she came to a mountain. And there, at the foot of the mountain, was a village. Her stomach was rumbling as she walked into the village square, expecting to see people enjoying their evening meal, but it was empty. Everybody was inside their house. As she peered around, a voice cried from the window, "We haven't got any food. Go away. We don't want any of your germs." And the window slammed as the old man behind it scowled at her. The old lady took a stone from her pocket and she put it into a large cooking pot. Then she filled the pot with water and put wood beneath it, and soon she had started a fire. It crackled beneath the pot and steam began to rise up above it. As she stirred the water, she sniffed and said out loud, "Oh, this stone soup smells marvellous. I can't wait to try it." Just then she heard footsteps behind her. A little boy was peering over her shoulder. What's that? Stone soup?" "Yes, of course," said the old lady. "Surely you've had stone soup before." No, yes, maybe, yes." "Can I try some?" asked the little boy. "Of course," she said. It's almost ready. I mean, it would be even better if we had an onion, but it's still fantastic as it is." "An onion?" said the little boy. "Wait there." He ran off and came back 5 minutes later with 1 onion. The little old lady chopped it up and put it into the pot. She carried on stirring. But soon there was another footstep behind her. The boy's mother had arrived, and as she peered over, she too wanted to try the stone soup. "It's almost ready," said the old lady. It smells wonderful. I mean, it would be even better if we had some sweet potato, but it's still great as it is." "Sweet potato?" said the boy's mother. "Wait there." And this time she ran off, and soon she came back with a sweet potato. Again, that was chopped up and put into the pot, and soon the soup was bubbling away, and it began to smell good. "It's almost ready," said the old lady, as a crowd of villagers began to gather around her. "It's perfect. It would be even better if we had a pepper, but it's still great as it is." And that's all it took. The old lady would just mention a vegetable, and that vegetable would appear as if by magic. Each of the villagers brought something to share. Everything went into the pot, and it was bubbling and simmering away when the old lady took the last sip and said, "Oh, it's wonderful. It would be even better with a pinch of salt, but it's still great as it is." As she looked up from the pot, the old lady saw the man who had scowled and shouted at her when she had first arrived in the village, and he was holding a little pot of salt. He slowly sprinkled it over the stove. Said the old lady. "Now it's ready." Each of the villagers went and found a bowl, and together they feasted like they had never feasted before. The next morning, the little boy was the only one to see the old lady leave the village. But as she walked away, he saw that she was holding in her hand the stone. 3, 2, 1, stories done. Thank you for listening.